Hello and welcome back to Fusion Excel Empire System Pro. I'm FRITZMARK, the co-founder of this system. The topic is about the two-step time management. The step one is identify what is important. So I have a story about the step one is the empty jar. Not so long ago, a time management expert gave a talk on the same subject to a group of business administration students. To drive home to a point, he stood in front of class of high achievers and said, "Okay, it's time for a quiz." He placed a gallon-sized, wide-mouthed jar on his front table, produced a dozen of fist-sized rocks, and carefully placed them, one at a time in the jar. When the jar was filled to the top and no more rocks would fit inside, he asked, "Is the jar full?" Everyone in the class said yes. He asked, "Really?" Oh, he then reached under the table and pulled out a bucket of gravel. He dumped some of the gravel in the jar and shook it to let the gravel works in a way down into the spaces between the big rocks. Then he asked the group once more, "Is the jar full?" This time the class was on him. "Probably not." One of them answered, "Good," he replied. He reached under the table again and put a good amount of sand into the jar, and it filled the space left between the rocks and gravel. Once more, he asked the same question, "Is the jar full?" "No," the class shouted. Once again he said, "Good." Then he grabbed a pitcher of water and began to pour it until the jar could no longer hold anymore. Then he looked up at the class and asked, "What do you think is the point in this demonstration?" One eager student raised his hand and said, "The point is, no matter how full your schedule is, if you try really hard, you can always fit some more things into it." "Wrong," the speaker replied. "That's not the point, my friends. What is exhibit in front of the class points out that if you don't pull the big rocks first, you'll never get them in at all. What are the big rocks or goals in your life? How much important is it to you? When do you want to accomplish it? Whatever it is, you must put emphasis and focus on your most significant goals and purposes in life. Just make sure that everything is in balance. Remember to put these goals in your priorities, or you will not be able to fit them in all in your life. Put first things first. So what is the step 2? Step 2, choosing your blue chips activities. Blue chips activities are the second priorities in your two-step time management. So some activities bring us satisfactions or take us closer to our goals and objectives. Others are simply overheads and things that have to get done but do not contribute much to our progress. One of the most powerful time management skills is the ability to identify the difference between satisfaction and overheads. To evaluate the activities of our lives, we can put them into chips categories as follows. Blue chips are high payoffs that can lead directly to your priorities. The red chips are important activities that contribute to the accomplishments of your goals that could be done by someone else. White chips, activities that consume time with a little payoff. These time robbers may seem urgent. They have little to do with your priorities and should be eliminated from your daily routine. The biggest loss of effectiveness may be derived from focusing not on our priorities instead of choosing the activities and behaviors that will have the biggest return. We are creatures of habits and often do what lies in front of us, our white chips, rather than look for the blue chips activities. So here is an easy formula for identifying your priorities. Blue chips, so do it. Red chips, delegate it, and white chips, ignore it.